come around here. Ain't been rapping no sticks to get done around here.
Yo, what's up there, guys? Well, a lot of talk about Lonzo Ball in the trade discussion, and including the Hawks, the Knicks, the Warriors, and the Clippers. It skipped to my mind. None of these teams fit because what are the teams getting back in return? They're getting Lonzo Ball, but what are the New Orleans Pelicans getting back? I'm giving a win-win trade for both teams in general, and I think this team really needs Lonzo Ball, and has a surprise, has gone without this kind of player for the longest time. It has been good without him, and he makes them, well, an over-the-top player. What I'm talking about is the trade is that Lonzo Ball will be sent to the Milwaukee Bucks with JJ Redick and a second-round pick. Why? Well, New Orleans gets Dante DiVincenzo and a second-round pick. You're probably saying this is crazy, but no. The New Orleans Pelicans are winning this also because they're getting Dante DiVincenzo, a great shooter in general, and he's great to playing the role, like JJ Redick but younger. And I think this will really help the Pelicans as they need a shooter who can shoot the three, and he's great with doing that. This will also help them get off into playoff situations. Now, let's talk about what the Bucks are winning. The Bucks are getting Lonzo Ball, a player who is pretty okay when getting open for a three, which is what they need when they're going to build a wall around Giannis. Number 2 is floor spacing. He will give them great floor spacing on the bench or off the bench, as he becomes, well, maybe the best passer in the league sooner or later. I see him like, again, I hate to draw this comparison, a taller Chris Paul for me. A player who has not that much athleticism, but can shoot a little bit and pass. Now, what I mean by this is in general is that Lonzo Ball in general is that floor spacer that Milwaukee needs. They need a player who can, well, get open when a brick wall is built around Giannis, who can shoot the three. You have that. Then they need that floor spacer. They have that. They can get the ball into the paint. They have that. With Lonzo Ball, they're getting shooting, floor spacing, and a passer. So, which is really what Milwaukee has been missing. Now I'm about to tell you what JJ Redick brings. On the bench or off the bench, he's a great shooter. And he's played with players like Joel Embiid, Dwight Howard in his prime. So yes, if JJ Redick gets on one of those teams, he's not only got in a great situation, but he can also shoot when needed. And again, that's what they needed. Now, this thing in general is, I feel like in general, is this helps out two players. Jrue Holiday is the third player, but that's just because I don't see him as that great of a passer really, but a more better shooter. Now, that's all I have to say about him. Now, let's get to my main player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, aka the Greek Freak. Now, this helps because Giannis is a ball-dominant MVP player who can win a championship and be a Hall of Famer. The problem is no one has done it except for MJ and Michael Jordan. What I mean by this is general, simply and implied, that really Giannis the whole time has been playing like how Durant and LeBron were in their first years in their teams. They didn't have floor spacers that were point guards, and it got them to almost to the finals, and they lost. Basically, Giannis in general needs that player who is a great floor spacer, who can take the ball up court and take it downhill, and really get him when he needs it in a lob fashion, or give him the ball on a fadeaway jumper, or when he's about to take it to the rim. Again, this helps Giannis in a lot of fashion, as he will get that much better, having him a player who can, well, again, pass the ball. He hasn't had that really. Now, Chris Middleton is my another player who really this helps because number one of all, Chris Middleton's a great player, all-star when needed, reminds me of a Paul George player kinda. My problem is that he really needs to pass, and he's not that kind of power player. He's clutch when you need it, really clutch, and I mean this in general. He doesn't pass the ball a lot, and that's my main problem. When he does, he goes great with passes, but that's another thing. They need somebody who can pass, and Chris Middleton shoots, and so does Jrue Holiday. Great shooters. With Lonzo Ball, they're getting a player who can shoot and pass, which I feel they really needed was a passer more than a shooter sometimes. And that's what they get in JJ Redick, a three-point shooter that they really need, and Lonzo Ball, a passer who can also shoot that they really need. So they're not losing much in general in return, just getting a little more of an improvement in those players, and it really helps the team get better over time and over seasons, and it will also make them much better. So yeah, that's what I had to say for this. That was the video, guys. Now I'm gonna go into some depth on Donte DiVincenzo and JJ Redick and the trades in general, because I didn't go into them while I was off screen. What I mean by this is that Donte DiVincenzo is a great 3-point shooter and takes a lot of pressure off of Zion and Brandon Ingram to take threes. So yes, JJ Redick again, they're getting him a great spot shooter in Milwaukee, so they'll have that pressure. They won't need to always depend on, hey, we need to get this ball to him. Again, I've already talked about Lonzo so much in the video in Milwaukee. I just want to get out New Orleans more. No, I feel like in general that Donte DiVincenzo is that great New Orleans Pelicans player that they need for Steph Van Gundy. That type of coach needs them a great spot shooter, and JJ Redick is getting a lot older now, and may do good with Milwaukee more because he won't have to do that much pressure on a younger team. So yes, now let me know, guys, did you like this video? If you did, hit the like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications. Be sure to go to my second channel, Comic Man 06, where I review movies and TV shows, and I did do a lot of NBA videos on there too. So yeah, see you guys next time.